All right, let's do this. I am back, and my name is Kujets. We ready to go through all the green cards that came out in the beta. Green mostly has in Gundam Wing, and I think like Char from the original Gundam. But you can see that on screen already, so let me just start going through them. I can give my rating to if I think they're worth buying before the full set come out and stuff like that. So let me go. First one up is probably the most what I believe is one of the most iconic Gundams, Wing Zero, the Wing Gundam. I ain't reading that. This is, I believe, the most powerful card in the game at the moment, especially if, well, undoubtedly when it's linked with Hero Yui, cause the amount of stats it get, this can become a 7/7 if I correct. But it's a level 6, so it's not cheap. This is like the highest level card we've seen so far, and it costs 4. What it does have is 4 attack, 5 HP, and breach 5. Breach is, I don't know how to describe it, but breach is if you destroy a unit, you do the number next to the breach you have to the opponent's base or their shields. So every time Wing Gundam wins a fight and kills an enemy mobile suit, it will deal 5 damage either to the opponent's base or it will destroy one shield. This is also the highest breach we've seen so far, and nothing says you need more than 5 at this time. But yeah, Wing Zero, Wing Gundam is very expensive. Level 6 is quite late. Cost 4 is quite heavy. But the payoff ain't bad, and spoiler for green, right now green is the ramp color in this game. So green has cards that will give you EX resources. That way you can say you at level 3 and you get 1 EX resource, it will automatically push you to level 4. And as long as you don't burn that EX resource, you will be 1 level ahead. So green is what it's called in card games the ramp color this time. So I still think this is expensive. I don't. It hasn't felt good when I played it so far, but I know it's strong. Like I know it's strong. I can see it's strong, but I don't rate it that highly. But it also comes in STO1, I believe. This STO2, sorry. So if you buy an STO2, you will end up with a playset of these. You need to buy. I am still assuming 2 starter decks will give you a full playset. So this is like the main boss monster for green right now. The biggest boss monster in the game. If you know you can play green and you buy the starter decks, you don't need to pick up any of these early. If you aren't, I don't feel like it is a necessary pickup. Cause green got another playstyle we can discuss soon, which is they got like an aggro version. But let me move on to the next card. If I had to rate this, I would give this like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Like, I don't rate it that highly currently, but we'll see how it goes. If I was grading this just on the art, this is the all art of the same card we just looked at. This is one of the most amazing cards I've ever seen on a computer screen. I haven't even seen the real card yet, but this artwork looks amazing. This and the I forget what the other Gundam name that I want to talk about. The one that selected pilots though. Which from I can't remember the damn Gundam name right now, but yeah, this is an amazing all art. I wish I could pull this, but I don't know. That's such a gamble. But we're here to discuss art that can really discuss in the card, so that we move on to the next one. And here's what I meant by a ramp card. This is the Wing Gundam Bird Mode. Is a level 3, cost 3. 2 attack, 2 HP, links with Hero. The thing is, we didn't get to Hero yet, so we discuss Hero. But while this is normally expensive and hard to play, normally, like I would not rate this good, but it gives you 1 EX resource. So let's say you have 3 resources on your 3rd turn. You are the first player. If you play this, you get an EX resource, so you automatically go to level 4. As long as you don't play anything to use that EX resource, you are now 1 level ahead of where you should be every turn going forward. And cards like this are supposed to allow you to get to the Wing Gundam, the original. That way, you could put down a big character much earlier than you should be able to. And this is probably like going to be mandatory if you plan to play the Operation Meteor team in green. You will need the ramp because you could get outpaced very easily by another green deck, like I said earlier. So like, but this, given the stats, but because it's give you a resource, like sometimes on turn 3 you may not have the best plays. I think this is fine. If you link it with Hero, you also get you will get decent stats because of his ability. This is a fine card. Like, I would give this a 7, like easy 7, 7.5, but I don't like points, so like 7, pushing 8. Specifically for this type of deck. If this as a general green card, like this ain't worth that much, but if you playing this style of deck or you playing the Operation Meteor team, great card. 7 out of 10. You don't have to pick it up if you know you playing this, cause this coming in starter deck 02. So if you know you're gonna be playing that, you can buy the starter decks anyway, so you no need to grab this. Maganat is the greens version, vanilla. Level 2, cost 2, 3 attack, 2 defense. One thing does make Maganat a little bit better than most vanillas, because normally I would not tell you to get this card to include it. But we can see in a future card why I think I would rate this a little higher. I would actually give this like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But not because of the card itself, but because of the combo it can be in. Hopefully we get to it soon. Next, Hero. Oh, great. Hero come in early. This helps a lot. Hero's a level 4, costs 1 pilot. He gives 2 attack, 1 HP. But look at this ability. This unit gets AP plus 1 and HP plus 1 while linked. So as long as he gets, say, one of his own cards, like any of the Wing Gundams, he automatically gives them 3 attack and 2 HP, which is the most stats for any pilot currently. Like, as a stat stick, Hero is insane. Sadly, he can only do it with cards with the mobile suits that he pilots, so that he can link with. So, but I mean, as a basic pilot, he's still a nice stat stick. He doesn't do anything else, but on the Wing Gundams, like making the big one a 7/7 is kind of crazy. And otherwise, he's just a basic pilot, like nothing special. But in Operation Meteor, he could pull off some crazy stuff. Like, if any Gundam that get released or any mobile that get released that can link with an Operation Meteor pilot, Heroes stocks go up big time again. So, while he's very specific and not as versatile as, say, Amuro or Suleta, I would not write off Hero just because the amount of stats he can possibly give to any card he can link with. But that's about it for Hero. Let me move on. Troa Barton. Well, actually, this card names Simultaneous Fire. This is a command card, but it also doubles as a Troa Barton pilot if you need be. And this is like all the command cards in blue, the command/pilot cards in blue only give either 1 attack or 1 HP. This is the first one I saw that gives 1 attack and 1 HP. So like his command if his command is decent, I would actually rate this pretty high. And let me go back to these costs first. He's a level 4, cost 1, so you can't play it too early. As a command, you can activate it during your main. Choose one of your units. It gains breach 3 during this turn. When that unit wins a battle, it will do 3 damage to a base, or it will destroy 1 shield while destroying the opponent's mobile suit. I don't think this is that good as a command card. Like, I think the level, like, 1 level too high for me to say it good. Like, I'm not saying it can't pull off a little combo with a breach 3, but then 3 don't destroy most bases, so it's like you'll be mostly playing this as a pilot, and it's pretty low stats for a pilot. Like, as I think about it more, I can't rate this too high. So I would give this like a 5 out of 10. It's not unplayable. You could do something with it, but not a necessary card. But STO2, as long as you buy it, you will have some, so you will know if you want to use it or not. Next. Oh. Quattro with Barba Winner. Or I think that's how he say it. He is also a command / pilot. And he also comes in STO2. He's a level 4 again, cost 1. So the same as Troa. And he gives 1 attack and 1 HP to whoever he pairs with. But let's see what his command ability is. During this battle, there's an action step ability too. So I don't want to explain the action step now, but it's not activate main. It's like action step is right when the battle commences and at the end of your turn. But anyways, during this battle, your shield area cards can't receive damage from enemy units that are level 4 or lower. This is actually not a bad card. Like, this could save your behind more than you would think. Like, it's expensive at level 4, but late game, let me say somebody was pushing for game with like a bunch of level 4s or lower. For 1 cost, this to stop an attack fully. Which even if it's swinging for 1, that could destroy a shield. So like, I would include this before I include Troa in my deck. Like, if I had to choose between the two, I like this much better. Like, this is a much more flexible card, and I still get the stats same as Troa, and the Gundam he will link with as the pilot has synergy with the Magnat. So hopefully we see that soon, so I could just like get all out of the way in one go, because I don't want jump ahead, like jumping around. But if I had to rate this is like a 7 out of 10, easy, like a solid 7. It's coming to start that, so they don't need for you to pick it up before, unless, like, here's the thing so far. If you play Operation Meteor, the team, you are going to have to buy. It's better to just buy the Star Herdets. Ain't no point picking up any of these singly. So, no need to rush to get this right now. Next. St. Gabriel Institute, the school where Hero went to when he first landed on Earth. This is a base, is a level 2 cost 2 base, gives 5 HP. On deploy, add one of your shields to your hand, which is the basics of any base. Then look at the top 2 cards of your deck and return 1 to the top and 1 to the bottom. So every time you deploy this, you get to check 2 cards on the top of your deck, put 1 on the bottom and put 1 on the top. You don't draw it, but you are filtering what you get to draw next. And also maybe getting rid of a card you don't want. Or you might get rid of a card you do want because you want both cards. But this is like giving you a little bit of future sight on like what you can plan for the next turn. It's not a bad base. Like, I kind of like it, but I could see people not playing it. Like, this could have been a 1 cost base, to be honest. But would that make it too strong? I'm not even sure. But I kind of like it, kind of don't. Can't say it for sure. Like, it seems solid, so I would give it like a 6, but I could see people not playing it. Also comes in Star Herdet, so no need to rush and get this early. Moving on. Zaku 1, a 1/1, 1/2. So if you remember Ball from the blue that I did already, Ball was a 1/1, 1/1, but he had an effect that every time he attacks, he can heal a unit for 1. Zaku's your turn 1 play, but he's a pure vanilla. 1 attack, 2 HP. These don't really do anything. Like, it can destroy EX base, because EX bases start at 3 HP. And 2 HP ain't that much, but this can kill a ball and survive if that's worth anything. But you always got to remember that 1 attack can destroy a shield if there is no base there. So if you have like if you're playing a very low to the ground Rust style deck, which green can support, this Zaku may be a good turn 1 player. You just put it down and you wait your turn. But as a standalone card, I would say pretty bad. Like, if I play in a 1/1, I would prefer to have an effect like blocker, like Demi Trainer. I think that's a lot more flexible. So like, but since it's a vanilla, I would just give it a 5. Like, vanilla stats are still good. Like if we just rating stats, 3 stats for 1 cost ain't too bad. Moving on. We have the Zaku 2. Now this card, sorry, let me jump back. This also comes in the starter deck, Zaku 1, so I need to rush and pick this up. Now this card is crazy. The Zaku 2 is such a big upgrade. It's a level 2, so you have to play the second turn player, or you gotta be at level 2, but it only costs 1, so it costs the same as Zaku 1 and got the same stats, but it's a level 2. And for that 1 level here, every time this attacks, it gets 2 AP during this turn, which means this is actually swinging for 3 when it attacks. This can destroy an EX based on its own and maybe survive a hit if the body only got 1 attacking power. This is an amazing card. Like, I'm going to, like, if I have to give this a score, I would give this a 10. Like, not if, ands, or buts. I think this is a 10. Straight up. Yeah, like, this is probably the most amazing 1 cost level 2 unit, I think, in the game right now. And it's so good that even though I'm not playing green, and I know I may buy this starter deck, but just in case I end up not buying it, because the only thing I want from this starter deck is Tall Geese, which is a spoiler. But if you are playing green, it don't matter what kind of green style that you're playing, I think this is an amazing card to include. And I would tell anyone if they could pick this up early, like, at some point you may mix green in one of your decks. I don't know how they are going to power creep this, but I would put this. I would buy 4 of these if I can. You don't have to get them now before, like, when the starter decks now come out, or when set 1 come out. But if you can, I would pick up 4 of these and keep them in a closet till whenever you're ready to play green. Like, this is an amazing card. Like, I will give this card a 10. Like, the value it can produce is very, very good. The trades it can make, very, very good. Like, this would be my gold standard for a card from here on out. Like, I remember Grandpa Gundam I thought very highly of, but like Zaku's value is so good. Like, so good. As you can see, just keep going on about it. I already picked up 4. I'm pretty sure I picked up 4 already, even though I don't plan to play green in the beginning. And I think it's an amazing green card. Like, 10 out of 10. One of the strongest cards in the game. Next is Char. So we finally have Char. He's a pilot, level 3, cost 1. He gives 1 attack and 1 HP. So what do we get for him on his ability? I'll say, so every time you attack, during this turn, this unit gains AP plus 1. And if it's a link unit, it gains high maneuver. So he basically is the same as Zaku 2, but for a little less. So when you swing, don't care what character he's on, what mobile suit he's in, Char will always swing with 1 more attack than the total. So he just add 1 AP whenever he attacking. When he defending, he does not add that HP. But when he's attacking, he does not add that attack power. But when he's attacking, he will always swing 1 higher than your total attack power, which is pretty good. And if he is a link unit, which means he's in his specialized Zaku 2, he cannot be blocked. And that is a strong ability as well to have. Like, Char's a pretty good pilot. Like, I can't deny that. He cheap, level 3. You could play him early, so playing one of the Zakus, he could still swing pretty nice. He's only give 1/1 stats, but there will be situations where you want swing against like white especially, and they have a lot of blockers. He can't be blocked at all. So when you're going for that last swing and they thought they could block her up, you could just play a Char with your hand, especially if he's a link unit, and swing for game. Can't stop you. I would give him an 8. I think he's very flexible and he's cheap enough that he's a good include for any like in the opposite to Operation Meat. It is like low to the ground aggro decks. Very good card. Next, Oh, this just his all art where I keep thinking he's pregnant. I assume more people think this too. I do not like this card. But is a helmet. Just in case you don't see it, that is a helmet. He is not pregnant. Moving on. Flamel, another base. This is a level 3 base for 2 costs. And it has 5 HP as usual. On deploy, add one of your shields to your hand. That's standard for bases. Then, if it is your turn, deploy one rested charge Zaku 2 token. So, 3 attack, 1 HP. It gives you a free token, but only if you play the stage from your hand. If you play the stage from a burst, means your opponent attacked you and it came from your life, this effect does nothing. Which means that's why I don't really like this card at all. Like, it's a cool base. I would need to look at what charge Zaku 2 if that got a link, but I don't think it has a link. Like, I don't like this as a base. Like, I would give it like a 5, maybe a 6, but I don't like this as a base. Because it only works on your turn. If it comes from your shields as a burst, it's just protecting you from a hit or 2, but you don't get the rest of the effect, which I don't think is worth it. So like a 5 or a 6 for this one. I could turn it around. People really like this base, but seems pretty basic for now. Next, Charge Zaku 2. You specialize Zaku for a Char, the one he can link with, so that he can attack this, so that this can attack the same turn if you play both. So let's say it's a level 3, cost 2, 3 attack, 2 HP. That means Char does make this a 4-3, which is not too tanky, but like I remember I told you, there's an aggro style deck really. And what effect do you get for these stats? During pair and when destroyed. So he has to be paired. He doesn't have to be paired with Char, so any pilot in this, you can get this effect. Deploy one rested Char Zaku 2 token. Same 3 attack, 1 HP token from the previous base. And this happens as soon as this get destroyed. And since this is it doesn't play the token rested either, so that's actually pretty good. Blue can't just like drop a gun tank and blow it up. So I don't know how good this is. Like, it don't feel that good. The flavor is there. Like, is a rush deck. Like, you got playing a lot of small monsters and just swinging. You're powering them up. But because like with Char, he's only go up to a 3. He not that tanky. You just get a token if you get blow up. But I ain't know how I feel about it overall. I would still give it like a 7 though. It links with Char and Dagon got some value. And it cheap. Like all these the cheap green cards, you just play a lot of them on one turn. Like when you at 6 resources, you can play 3 of these. And I ain't seen nothing that can destroy all 3 of these on the same turn yet. So in an aggro strategy, although you don't really want to be at 6 done, no dropping 3 of these. Not me calling it done. But there's like a 7 maybe. I think there's like a 7. For now. Let me move on to the next card. The all art. This is one of the weaker all arts. It looks nice, but it's not one I would prefer to open if I got a chance at an all art. But Char is a very popular character, and the Zaku is a popular character too. So I could see this being a nice all art for people to collect at least. Not my style, but I can appreciate what it is. Next card. Gundam Sanrock. And this is why I said the Maganat, the vanilla. Let me go all the way back to that. This is why I think the Maganat is a good card. This vanilla. And why I think Troa is a decent pilot / command card. He decent normally. But because of this specific Sanrock, level 5 cost 3. Gundam Sanrock. On deploy, once you play this, you at 5 resources, you play this for 3. You may deploy one Maganat Corpse unit from your hand. This can automatically play that Maganat Corpse for free. And one thing I learned from playing One Piece is that spamming out units for free has a lot of value. And because this game, your hand isn't having cards in your hand isn't as important as in One Piece. Just spamming that for free and then having 2 extra resources or to play something else is crazy. And you could play this if you have all the cards in your hand. You could play this. You get to play out the Magnet card, and then you get to link capture with this, and this could swing for 5 straight on that turn, and you still got another 2/2 next to you ready to swing next turn. Like, this is a pretty strong combo, especially if you could have ramp into it. I know it needs a lot of cards for the combo, but it's really good. Like a level 5 cost 3, 4 attack, 4 HP. This is a good. This is a good. I feel it is a very good card, and I would give this like a 8. Obviously, you got the cards in your hand, and searching still kind of rare in this game. But I think like the Sandrock, Catchery Barber Winner, and the Magnet's card together, this is a good 12 card combo to include if you playing the Operation Meteor team. To be honest, like I would play at least in the start of the game, and I will see how it evolves from there. Moving on to the next card, Rick Dom. Don't quite recognize this, but it's a level 3 cost 2, 3 attack, 3 HP. And the effect it has for these stats is Breach 2. When it kills a unit, it deals 2 damage. No, Breach 2 kind of sucks if the body has a shield, but I will give you this. This is something that's always value. If you kill a unit and they don't have a base, you automatically destroy one of their shields as well. So you get in double duty. And even Breach 1, I would rate pretty highly. So I think this is a pretty good card. It's like a 7. Little expensive for the stats, but because when it destroys something, it will also destroy a shield. Granted, the opponent doesn't have a base. I think this is a pretty solid card to include in your deck. And because it comes from GD01, I know, remember, I forget about the others. You could actually order this early from the beta set, like as a single, if you know you plan to play the one of the 2 green decks that come in the starter decks. Now you want to play more of a rush weenie deck. This is a good card to order early. Let me go back and check some of the cards that I missed. Sandrock, Zaku. I think all these was in the starter deck though. So, oh no. Charge Zaku too. If you want to play this, you have to order it. If you want to play this on launch of the starter decks, you have to order this early. Or you have to wait for the set 1 to launch a couple weeks after the starter deck. Depends on what you plan to do. Char comes in the starter deck though, I think. Yes, Char comes in STO3. So, and Zaku 2 comes in. Oh, Zaku 2 comes in STO3. Oh yeah, so like, I ain't talk about STO3 yet because every card hasn't been revealed. Sorry for jumping back to this, but yeah. Lost that thought. I can cut that out. Where were we? You are Rick Dom. Alright. Next up is Gelgoog. Gelgoog is Rizel from Blue. He's 1 level higher than Rizel. Rizel was a 3, 2, 4 attack, 3 HP. Gelgoog is a level 4, 2 cost, 4 attack, 3 HP, but he links with any Xeon character, which means he can link with Char. Pretty sure Char is Xeon, right? Xeon. So Gelgoog can link with Char and swing on that same turn. Gelgoog is a very, very good unit. This is like another 8 out of 10 for me. While the level a little high, the stats still good for a cost 2. And being able to link with any Xeon is going to be handy. Like, you could put this down, put Char on it, swing for 6 attack because of Char's effect, and you would still have 4 life. All for 3 resources. And when they attack back, you still got 5 attack, and you're probably gonna die, but this is a very good card. This is like an 8 out of 10. Comes in GD01. If you know you're playing like the Xeon or the little Rush Weenie decks, I would order some of these early. Very, very good card. Next. Heavy Arms. This is the one that links with Troa. This is Troa's Gundam. Level 4. Cost 2. 3 attack, 4 HP. I like these stats. I like when they're more defensive. That's just a personal preference. Pretty cheap. We established that the thrower Barton command card not that good. The pilot slash command card. But let me see what Gundam Heavy Arms does do. During pair, so it does not need thrower. Any pilot would do. This unit gains Breach 3. Breach 3 is pretty good. Like, I can go use thrower for this example, the command card. Let me see you at 4 resources. You can play this for 2. Link it with thrower. Swing into one of your opponent's characters. And you will destroy an EX base or move a shield. It can destroy a normal base that's 4 or 5 HP. But if they still have their EX base at that point, this is a pretty good card. Breach 3 ain't nothing to scoff at. Like, there's like a 7 out of 10. And it's just pair with anything. Maybe it's a 6. Cause like, you still gotta wait till level 4 to play. This is like a 7 out of 10 though. It sucks that Troy Barton is a command slash pilot, so that makes him a little less valuable. But Heavy Arms as it stands is a pretty good card. If you are going to play the Operation Meteor team, I would order 4 of these early. That way you could upgrade your starter deck with some of these Heavy Arms instead of some of the other garbage that might come in the deck. Next, Wing Gundam, level 5, cost 2. 4 attack, 3 HP, links with Hero Yui. This is, for all intents and purposes, a vanilla, just in case you want a third Gundam that Hero can link with. Like, in the early days, you will probably play 1 or 2 of these. Like, the more characters you have that Hero can link with, your deck will be a little stronger because links does give you the chance to attack the same time it's paired. And because Hero does give so much stats, this would be like a 6, 5 for 3 costs, which is 2 for this and 1 for Hero. Which, with a link with Hero, this is a very, very, very good card. On its own, not that good. Level 5 is quite late in the game. But also gotta remember that the Operation Meteor and Green can ramp, so you could get to this earlier. So it's like, I do think this is a decent card if you play Operation Meteor. I will put this at like a 7. Because the amount of stats Hero could give it. If you wasn't playing Hero, or Hero didn't give as many stats, this is like a 5. Because then it's just expensive for no good reason. But like playing it for 2 resources, not bad. Like, I think it deserved that 7. If you know you playing STO2, I would order a playset of these if you want it early. It can upgrade your starter deck until the main set come out. There's a pretty nice upgrade. Can't complain about that. Next card. Shenlong Gundam. This is the one for Chang Wu-Fei. I can't remember if they showed Chang Wu-Fei in the beta or not. But there's a level 4 cost 3 card. 4 attack, 3 HP. All the Operation Meteor Gundams like Gundam Wing, all those Gundams seem pretty strong for the stats. Which I guess does work with the show. But level 4 cost 3, 4 attack, 3 HP. This got Breach 3. And it links with Chang Wu-Fei. This is like another 6 out of 10. But because I know what Chang can do when it links with this goes up to like a 7 out of 10. Like 7 to 8 out of 10. Like, again, there's a card I will order now if it's cheap. And you don't want to wait for the set to come out to upgrade your starter deck with. There's a good upgrade for your starter deck. Like, the Operation Meteor team, that deck has so many good cards to choose from that I don't know how to build it yet. Like, if you build it all green, you already got so many choices to choose from. But I will go see how it play out, because it might turn out to be a good deck. But they have so many good cards, like good on paper. Not sure if they can be good when you play them, but if you just reading some of these cards, Operation Meteor like up there in the best cards in the game. So let me move on. I hope they got Chang in the beta. And yes, they do. He's a level 4 cost 1 pilot. He gives +2 attack, +1 HP. But here's the thing. He can pair with anything. And obviously his Shenlong Gundam is the best, but during your turn, if the unit has breach, if this unit has breach, it can't receive battle damage from enemy units with 3 or less AP. This means that if you pair him with anything that has breach and he swings into anything that's level 3 or less, or no, not level 3, anything with 3 attack or less can't do damage to him. So like if he swings into a Zaku, he will take no damage. And I think that is kind of crazy. Like, it's probably a weenie killer, but and then on top of that, he still got breach. So like he would kill a Zaku, do damage to a base or shields, and not take any damage in return. Like, as a pair, a Link pair specifically, Shenlong Gundam and Wu Fei like read quite strong. Like together they read like a 9 out of 10. I don't know how many people can play them. Like I said, Operation Meteor got so many good cards to choose from. It kind of crazy. It's like a deck I really need to test out. But yeah, like as a pilot, even though he's limited to units with breach, there's like a 8 out of 10 by himself. Like there's a good ability to have. I can't say enough. Let me move on. Citizens Take a Stand. This is just a command card, no pilot attached. Level 4 costs 1. Burst, add this card to your hand as if it comes from your shields. And you can only play it during your main phase. All your units get plus 2 AP during this turn. I would not write this off. This is like a game finishing card. Like, you only need like 1 or 2 in your deck. You don't ever really need 4. And the thing is that we see you got like 3 or 4 Zakus. Even like Zaku 1, that's only a 1 attack. This does push them up to 3 attack for 1 cost. This is like your late game finisher if you was running a lot of weenies. Like, this is like a 7 or 8 out of 10. This is a good command card to have. It's not saying you would play 4 of. That I would play 4 of in a deck. But I will play 1 or 2. And it's a good finishing card. And then sometimes you might just combo it with something. Like say you got a Zaku. And you want uptrade to something got 3 HP. You play this for 1. Swing that Zaku in. You get a bigger card, take off the board. And you lose something very small. I think this is a good card. Like 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for this one. And I would order it early. If you plan to buy the starter decks. And you don't want to wait on set 1 to come out. First Contact. I remember this. Spoilers. He ripped this. This is another ramp card for green, but as a command. Place 1 EX resource. Place 1 rested resource. Doesn't even say EX. Place 1 rested resource if it's your main. And if it comes out a burst, play 1 EX resource. This is a ramp card. It better from burst because you could play this and get one resource. Or you could play this, not that. Or you could play this and get 1 resource and still have a body on board. So in that respects, I don't really like First Contact. But maybe a player 1 or 2 from burst it pretty good. That's if you get very early too. This I would rate like a 5. I don't think this is good. I would much rather play the Wing Gundam Bird mode before you play this. But we don't got a lot of ramp yet, so I can't rate it. I can't say it shouldn't play. Comes from GDO1 as well. If you want to order it early, I don't see a problem. But I doubt this can find space in most decks. I gotta wait and see. And then I think this is the last card. So like, yeah, the other one is just the all art. I don't remember this scene. I don't quite like the art either. But that's a personal preference. And that is it for all the green cards. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I only have to do white next, as that will cover all in the beta. If you got any comments, let me know below. Gundam can be the main focus of this channel with some One Piece added in. And y'all could just let me know how you liking the videos, what I could do to improve. But I plan to be here for a while. Until next time, see ya.